Hey Bestie, it's Lisa. Welcome or welcome back. In today's episode, we're going to use all different kinds of Dollar Tree decals. This gorgeous decal with all these flowers and greenery I found at the Dollar Tree, and I've got a little birdhouse that is so cute that I also found at Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the labels on it, and I'm just going to paint parts of it in the plaster color chalk paint. Obviously, pick whatever colors you like. I was just going for a clean look by putting white on the parts that I'm not going to add the decal. So it's pretty much everything but the very front and back. So now I'm going to take this apart. It actually comes with two sheets. At first, when you look at it, you won't think that. So you just pull them apart and now you've got two pieces to work with. I'm going to place the little birdhouse on there and just trace around it so I know what to cut out, and I'm picking the section that I want to use. And I'll do the same thing for the back after. I'm going to cut this piece out first, and then I'll use it as my template because I am going to cut off a little excess because of the roof that kind of hung over and the piece on the inside is not as large. So now I found the other section I want to use. I'll trace around that, and then I'll cut that one out as well. And they're still a little bit bigger than I need them to be because I'd rather have too much to work with than not enough. You know how that goes. Now I'm going to pull the backing off. I'm just going to start at the very top, push it very tight up to the top. And because there's a birdhouse hole there, I need to cut a little X in the middle and make a hole, and also for the stand. And then I'm going to start pressing into the corners and take a blade and go around like a little X-Acto blade and just cut off the excess. This is very easy. You just go nice and slow, and it came off very quickly. Now I'm going to take that same blade. I'm just going to go around where the circle is for the opening of the birdhouse and just kind of carefully guide it around. And it's not a perfect cut, but you can get it very close. The sharper your blade, the better. I'm also going to cut away the excess that was by the little bird stand because it kind of stuck to it a little bit. I'll also go around the edges and cut off any excess with the scissors and the blade. I'll do the same exact thing to the backs, push up towards the top. I'd rather have as much excess towards the bottom as possible. It's much easier to get rid of. Now that they're on there, I'm going to add Mod Podge. Actually, I'm going to add it to the whole thing because if I decide to put this outside, I want to make sure it's sealed, from the weather elements. Isn't that looking so pretty? I'm going to add some greenery around the top. I thought that would look really nice. And again, if it's going to be outside, it could attract some birds. I did decide this is going to be an inside piece, so for me, it's not as critical. But if you did want to make it an outside piece, you could use a more sturdy glaze or sealer on it, and that would work really well. Also, then I wouldn't use the hot glue. I would use something more permanent that could take like the heat. I've got a butterfly from some grass from Dollar Tree. They always have those on there, the tall grass, and I added it to the top. I thought that looked so cute, and the colors match the pattern of the decal. Now I've got this candlestick from Dollar Tree as glass, and I painted it gold. I'm going to use a combination of super glue and hot glue to attach it, and that looks so adorable. It was a little scratched up, so I took my rub and buff. I have an antique gold rub and buff. Thought I would paint over those scratches. It didn't actually cover the scratches, but I liked that it was a little more dulled down. So I put it all over the candlestick and on the front and back edges and along the inside of the hole in the front and the little stand for the bird. And that just really tied the birdhouse together, made it a little more, pretty, if you will, for inside the house. And I think it turned out so cute. I really love it, and it goes with my decor. You have to let me know what you think. I had these stars in my stash, and this one had two pieces. They were connected, and what I decided to do is glue them together so that you see the one that looks like it's planked through the center of the other one, and I really liked the way that looked. I had another smaller star, and I forgot to turn the camera on, but I used this decal that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I covered the star with that. It was very easy. I just centered it on there and then used a blade to cut away the excess. And then I've got these number stickers, and I put the number 4 in the middle of that star. Now I'm going to use the excess of that wall decal that I used for the smaller star, and I'm just going to cut pieces with my blade as I lay them on there to cover the outside edges of this star. It was very easy to do, and I'll use my brayer just rolling over the top to make sure that they're adhering very nicely. Isn't that pretty? It's not a traditional blue for like the 4th of July or Memorial Day, but I liked it anyway. It was a little bit of a different blue. I'm going to paint the inside of this star with my plaster colored paint, which is close to white. And then I'm going to take some red paint and a rough brush, a stencil brush, and I'm just going to splatter on it. And then we kind of have like red, white, and blue. And I really love this. I love the way this looked with this decal. I wish they had a blue one, but I couldn't find one. So I thought this would work. It's kind of a green-blue. Now I'm going to take some rub-on transfer letters that I also got from the Dollar Tree a long time ago, and I'm going to get the letters J-U-L-Y for July. And I'm just going to place them towards the top there and center them as well as I can and rub them on. I'm just going to use a little stick. You can use your fingernail, credit card, whatever you want. And just be very careful when you put them on. Don't touch the part of the backing where the letter is, or it will come off on your finger. So just be careful. And once I get those on, I will just pull the plastic away, make sure that the letters are adhered, or else I can rub a little longer if I need to. Then we will have the word July on there. Very nice. And you didn't have to have a cutting machine to do this. That's also an option. If you have one, you could do any font you want then. And then I usually rub over the top to burnish them. I'm going to hot glue the smaller star with the 4 on it just off to the side there. And then I'm just going to make the twine hanger. I'm going to attach it a little bit to the side because now that there's an extra star on it, it kind of pulls one way and I want it to hang upright, if you will. So I used a little hot glue and masking tape to do that. And now when I hang it, it lays straight. And there it is. It came out adorable. I love it. Let me know what you think of this one. I found these beautiful butterfly stickers, and a couple of them had red and white and blue in them. And then I've also got these other blue, white, and black stickers. I found this cute tray at the Dollar Tree, and I'd had it in my stash for a while. And I thought, let's make something a little bit on the patriotic, summery side. So I'm going to clean it off with some rubbing alcohol just so that the stickers will go on there nicely. So I'm going to take just one of these butterflies that has the red, white, and blue on it, and it's going to go right in the center. And I'm not even going to use Mod Podge underneath because the stickers were large enough and they were very, very sticky. Then I'm going to add some of these blue and white butterflies that I just love. I've used them in many projects in the past. I just think they're so pretty. And we'll just put 4 of those on there. You could put as many or as little as you like, or you could just use the one large. Whatever, looks good to you. There is no right way to do this. I like to say that because sometimes people think that the way they want to do it is the only way. And I just want people to know any way is the right way because it's yours. It's your creativity. I've got this polyacrylic sealer, and I'm going to put a super generous amount on here. I wish I had resin. I would have almost liked to have poured resin over this, but I put quite a bit of the polyacrylic on there. So it was like a little bit of a resin, if you will. So it's really sealed. And that way, if you want to put drinks on there or something that might sweat, and get water on it, it would be just fine. So once that dried, I'm going to get some beautiful ribbon that I had in my stash. I think I got this particular ribbon at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to make an awareness bow, and I'm just going to cinch right in the middle. And then I've got this other ribbon that I got on clearance at, I think, Hobby Lobby. It's stretchy, but it's like kind of an off-white. And we're just going to tie it around the middle. And it's got an elastic in it, so it's really easy to work with that way. And then I'll just cut off the excess, and now I'll have this adorable bow. And I'm actually going to make 2 of them, and I'm going to put one on each of the handles on this little tray. But because it was so stretchy, I really had to tighten it quite a bit and make sure that, there wasn't too much give in there because I wanted the center of the bow to be very secure. I'm going to fluff the bow, of course. That's what we always do with our bows, right? And I'll make sure the tails look nice, nice evenly cut. So see how I'm going to place that there? I've got 2 now. I'm just going to hot glue them right there using the center of the bow to make the contact with the glue. And I think that's going to be sturdy enough. You can use whatever glue you want, though, obviously. For the purpose of the video, I often just use hot glue so I can keep moving a little faster to show you how to put it together. I think it came out really cute. That was all there was to this one. And, again, just tweaking the bows a little bit once they're on there to make sure I think they look good. But I love it came together so quick and easy. I mean, you could do this quickly, and you could do this with your kids or grandkids. So let me know what you think. I found these adorable alphabet stickers at the Dollar Tree. I love them. And I've got these wood slices that I ordered on Amazon. I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm just going to cover the whole top of both of these wood slices. I want to have a nice clean base because if you are going to use these as coasters, which is my plan, then you've got to make sure that they're sealed. They had two S's that looked exactly the same, and my last name starts with an S. So I thought, what an easy, quick project to do with, Dollar Tree stickers, decals. I love the idea of these quick ones. And then I'm going to cover another really generous coat of Mod Podge over the whole top again. So it's like a double coat, and that seals the top. So that's going to make these work very well. I've done that before. I didn't have any problems with liquid on them. The whole idea here is just so it doesn't get into the wood, and this takes care of it. And I do go around that top edge as well. I've got some cork sheets left in my stash. I haven't seen them forever at Dollar Tree, but if you have some, you could also use something very thin and plastic like a placemat. And I'm just going to trace around each of these coasters and cut out the circles. And they have a sticky side after you take off the backing, and you can just attach them, and it's the perfect backing for a coaster. I love it because no matter what it sits on, it won't scratch it or hurt it. And again, it's more waterproof actually. So now that I have those traced out, I will just cut them out. They're not perfect circles, but then look at the little wood slices. They aren't perfect circles either. So when you get them on, it's hard to put them in the exact same position. So what I end up doing is just trimming off any excess around the edges of the coaster once I've got them on there. Now that they're cut out, I'm just going to remove the backing, place them on the back of the wood slices, and they have a nice covering now. And like I said, I will then go around with my scissors and just trim off any excess that was left hanging over that you would see. And that was super easy to do. I am going to then add another coat of sealer. I'm going to use my polyacrylic. I just thought about it and I thought one more coat, it's not going to hurt. And I will feel 100% confident about these then. This was so easy. You could easily do this one with kids and grandkids and they would have so much fun. You could use any decals you want. I enjoyed it and I just made it simple by using the S for my last name. But let me know what you think. Are you ready for more inspiration? I've got another video here I think you will really like. Click on it. I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye.